Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know the drill. So today's video is going to be a foundation first impression. I actually haven't tried this foundation. It is from Makeup Revolution or Revolution Pro. I guess it's the Revolution Pro line. So this is what it looks like. It's not like a huge foundation, it's just in a squeezy tube. So they came out with a few products from their Pro line. I did have to purchase this off the UK, or I guess it's the UK site. There is a Revolution USA, but it wasn't available there yet. The shipping still wasn't too bad. I've ordered from them before. It typically takes about 2 weeks, which I don't think is bad for international shipping. It's called the Full Cover Camouflage Foundation. The shade I got is F3. It's described as fair with cool undertones. It does work really well for me. I have it on right now, and you guys will see me actually applying it here in a moment. So just to give you some info on this, it has 25 mils or 0.87 fluid ounces, so it's less than a typical foundation. It does only have a 6-month shelf life, which is kind of strange. Usually foundations have at least 12 months, so I just noticed that actually. That's kind of strange. It is a vegan product. There are other parts to this line. There is a concealer. I didn't go ahead and pick that up. I just wanted to test out the foundation. Now this retails for $10 US, which is not bad at all. And I did pick up a couple other products, and I actually got a free eyeshadow palette that's really nice. I don't think that deal is available any longer, but I just thought I would mention that. But this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, so I'm hoping that this isn't too like drying or anything, but we will see. I am going to do a wear test on this, so hopefully I will check in throughout the day. But without saying any more, let's just go ahead and get into me applying the foundation. Alright guys, so I have you zoomed in. As you can see, I have my eyes partially done. I'm actually filming another video on this eye look today. That'll probably be up before this video. But we're going to go in with the foundation. As I said, I'm using F3. It's just a little squeezy tube, and I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics No. 2 Carnival brush. It came with the Carnival set. I will post it down below if it's still available. You can only purchase it, I believe, in the set. But I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to dot that. I don't know how much I need of this. It's supposed to be full coverage, so we'll just put a lot, because more is more, right? Not necessarily, but we're just going to go with that. So I'm going to grab a mirror, and then we'll go ahead and blend this in. I'm just using a palette mirror, so we're just going to go in, and I'm going to start blending this out. This shade looks really good, though, for me. That's a plus. I feel like I should have did half of my face first, though, because it is seeming like it's drying down quite quickly. So I did prep my skin. I always, in the morning, I use the Drunk Elephant C-Firm A Day Serum. And then for primer and moisturizer, I went in with the Bobbi Brown Face Base. So that provided me with a little bit of moisture, which I like. So it's actually blending out pretty easily. Like, it's looking pretty good so far. I will say on my forehead, and I'll zoom you in after I'm finished. Having probably the most problem on my forehead, but that's generally my problem area, but I will zoom you in so you can see closer. I always get my ears as well. I'm going to pull that down my neck. I'm trying to like not show you the palette because that's the video I'm doing, but it's going to be up before this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So make sure that's blended good into my hairline. I'll go over this way just so I can kind of see. I have more natural lighting coming from the side, so I can really see what it looks like. Oh no, I don't think I need any more coverage. I think that's a pretty decent coverage. I'd say it's like a full medium coverage, and you could definitely build this up, I think, to like a fuller coverage. Oh yeah, I think that's all I need. I mean, it's looking pretty good so far, so I'll kind of like zoom you in. So that's what my forehead's looking like. It is looking a little bit, I don't know, like bunching up or a little bit cakey on my forehead. It's not too bad. We'll see how it looks once I have powder and things on. That's kind of my cheek. My cheeks look really smooth. My nose actually doesn't look too bad, which I'm surprised. My chin area. These two areas, my nose and my forehead, are the worst usually, but they're looking pretty good so far. So I'm not going to go ahead and add more because I think it might get too cakey if you try to build it up too much. So I'm going to move you back out. So I think you're about there. So I'm going to put on some concealer. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Age Rewind. I have the shade Fair, so I'm just going to do that quick just so we can see how that layers. I actually really like the sponge on this, which I know it's like super unsanitary, but it just disperses so much concealer. So I just put it in all the high points of my face where I usually conceal. And I'm going to go in with that same foundation brush. This will let me clean up my eyes as well. That's why I generally always do my eyes first, so I can clean up the corners. We'll make sure we get that all blended out. We're gonna go turn this way just so I can get more natural light here. I should have actually, oh, I don't want my hair in my face, so we should actually turn this way when I film because I have a lot of natural light over this way. But that's okay, we're just gonna go with this video. All right, so I think I have that all blended out. It blended out pretty easily, so that's a good sign as well. Sometimes I have issues with concealers on certain foundations, but so far it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go off camera, set it with powder, do the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back. All right guys, so I'm back. So I applied all of my makeup, I added some lashes, did all that stuff. So this is what the foundation is looking like. So this is a pretty small container. I probably mentioned that in the beginning, but it does come with, it's 25 mils, which isn't too bad. It does give you pretty good coverage. You don't need as much as I definitely put on, but so you could probably get away with using less product, which typically happens sometimes in full coverage. They'll give you less since you have to use less product. But yeah, I think it looks actually better now that I have all my makeup on. My powder went on really nicely, all like my blush, my bronzer. So I really appreciate that. I'll try to zoom you in a bit, but like my forehead is looking really good. My nose area, everything is actually looking really good. So I'm really impressed with this so far. Of course, I do need to kind of wear it a little bit more, but so far I think it's a really nice like medium to full coverage foundation. This is only like 10 bucks, like I mentioned. So far so good. I will try to do a check-in for you guys and let you know how it wears. Of course, that is kind of the real test with this, is how it actually wears throughout the day. I'm hoping it wears well and doesn't oxidize because the shade match is really good for me. But yeah, I will try to check in with you guys later in the day and keep you updated on this one.
Hey guys, so I am sitting outside of Sobeys Extra right now. I thought I would do like a quick check. I thought I would do a quick check-in. Sorry, I thought someone was at my window, but they're totally not. So I thought I would do a quick check-in on the foundation and how it's looking. So I'll kind of like zoom you in. So it has sunken into a couple of my like deeper lines on my smile lines, but I mean that happens to me quite often. I will say it's a little cakey around my forehead area, which sometimes happens to me with more full coverage foundations. I do think it looks pretty good on the cheeks. It does look like it wore off a little bit here. And by the way, it is, what is the time currently? It's 2:47. I put this on, so it's been on for about 3 hours. I put this on probably around 11:30, 12 o'clock. So it's been on for roughly 3 hours, but it's not looking too bad. I will do a check-in later tonight as well. So if you guys want to see that, but I'm going to go for now and I'm going to eat my ice cream. Bye guys.
I am back for my final check-in. So it's about 9 o'clock right now. I put this on, you guys know, around like 11:30, 12 o'clock when I filmed this video. I did do another video while I was doing this as well. That is my eye look, and that video will be out before this. So I'll throw that up in the cards if you guys want to check out how I got this eye look. But yeah, guys, this is kind of the end of the day. I'm going to take my makeup off probably in like another hour or so, but I thought I'd pop on and just show you what the foundation is looking like. So I'll try to zoom you in. You can see my forehead. So I mean, you can see some of my like the lines that had sunk in on my forehead, and there are some spots like up along here that have faded or that look a little bit cakey, kind of the same as the last check-in. And then I do have, you can see when I smile though, I have like pretty pronounced smile lines, and it has sunken into those smile lines, which happens to me with most any full coverage foundation, but this one definitely started a little bit earlier than most foundations that I have that I really enjoy. So that's kind of a downer, but like it's not that bad. I just have to set it really well with powder. It's still gonna happen, but maybe I can kind of lengthen the time on that. The nose area actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, I think it's come off in a couple spots right around this area, and I have noticed just like around here in my neck, it's come off a little bit. I do think it's like oxidized maybe a shade and a half or so. I don't think it's anything too bad, but I'll zoom you back out. So I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can't really tell on camera, but I think it's maybe like a shade and a half darker, which is fine. We are coming upon summer, and like you can't really notice it with all my bronzer and stuff on. I will say that my highlight is still good. You can still see my blush, my bronzer. Everything has stayed in place as far as that goes. So I think it looks pretty good. I mean, this foundation was $10. As I said, you can get this on, the Revolution, I think it is just like Revolution website now. But you can get it there, and this is the Revolution Pro line. Really inexpensive. I think for the price, it lasted pretty well, and it is good coverage. So if you're looking for something more on the more inexpensive side, then I would definitely check it out. I'm not sure when it's coming to the US site, but you can order just on their normal site, and the shipping is not that bad at all. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you do give me a thumbs up if you did. It really does help me out. Leave me a comment down below. I always like to talk to you guys if you have any video ideas. And of course, if you do enjoy any of my content, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. I would love that, of course. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Overall, I think this is a pretty good foundation. I mean, it's not my absolute favorite, but for $10, I definitely would recommend it. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.